Make sure you watch until the end to see how you can win free gear and products. Hey, this is BJ with CLKsupplies. And today we're gonna install one of the E-Smart 5000 series deadbolts on this real door here. Now, there's always a temptation just to take it off, a display like this and reinstall it. But you know what, let's have a little fun. Let's get more real and put it here on an actual door. Now, as far as the install goes, there's no difference between the 2000 series, which is the push button, or the 5000 series, which you can get with the Wi-Fi or the Bluetooth. Now, I'm gonna be installing one of these today, and let's go ahead and get started. Now, as you can see, I did already put the latch in here. This is just your standard grade 2 deadbolt latch. Let's go ahead, I'll open this up, and let's get started. Now, this E-Smart deadbolt is gonna install very similar to just your standard commercial deadbolt. But you want to make sure on the outside piece here, you want to make sure that you time the deadbolt piece, right? So in this case, we're going to make sure that it can go both directions, just like that, okay? So we're going to take that, we're going to put it in. Now, as far as the wire goes, we're just going to make sure it goes right underneath there, just like that. So we're going to put it in, just like that. Then on the inside, you're going to be able to see the tail piece sitting here, and then also the wire. All right, next we're gonna install this metal back plate right here. And it's how we're gonna do that. As you can see, there's part of it here that's actually going to go into your standard 2 1/8 inch hole that comes prepped on the door. And you're gonna see two spots here. You're gonna see this one right here for the tailpiece and this bottom one for the wire, okay? So I'm gonna put my hand here on the back, and I'm gonna fish both of those through just like that. Now, while I have it being held right here, okay, I'm gonna grab 2 of the screws and I'm going to put them in. Right now, you want to make sure when you get the 4 screws on here, these 2 are a little smaller than these 2 underneath it here. Now, you'll want to make sure that you get this nice and straight up and down, okay? If you have a nice level, you can pop it on there. Make sure. I'm just going to eyeball this one, just like that. And I'll tighten it down. Now, I do want to point out these 2 holes up here. So if for some reason your customer wants you to, or if it gets a ton of use and this starts sliding around, there is 2 holes right here that you can put a couple self-tappers in if you would like to. But I can tell you, with these 4 screws on here, I mean, this sucker is tight. All right, now once you have this on and secured, it's ready to put this next piece on that holds the batteries. But there's 2 very important things you want to make sure you're doing. One is you want to make sure you flip the deadbolt out, okay? So you want the deadbolt to be in the locked position right there. Next, on the inside of this piece here, you're going to see a right hand and a left hand. So you want to make sure you have the door handed properly. And how you're going to do that here, I'll show you the quick way I've always done it. So I'm going to shut this door. Is when you're on the outside of the door, whatever side the hinges are on from the exterior. So in this case, if I'm standing here, here's the hinges, so it's going to be on the left side, okay? So I want to make sure that I have this piece right here put to the LH, all right? Now, you can see there's a little piece right here in the middle. When I moved it with my screwdriver, you just push it, okay? It's real simple, real easy. So we have it on the left here. So now we're going to do 2 things. We're going to hook up this wire and we're going to put it in place. So I'm going to open it back up. You got to make sure that's open. And I'm going to plug in the wire right here. You'll see right here where the wire goes. So we'll take that and plug it in, just like that. And then we'll put the back plate on. Now there's going to be 4 black screws that go into these 4 holes. So now if you notice, I'm doing this just with a basic manual screwdriver. That's because I tend to get pretty rough when I'm using electronic ones. So this way I'm not going to do any extra damage I don't need to do here. So we're going to get these 4 screws put on. All right, so now that we have this piece on, we want to put the batteries in. Now, believe it or not, these locks actually come with Duracell batteries, which is really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in here. All right, now it's time to put this back plate on here. Now, I always like to time the thumb piece here with how the deadbolt is. So when the deadbolt is locked, I like the thumb piece to be horizontal like this, and when it's unlocked, I like it to be vertical. That way, from a distance, I can always know if it's locked or not, and you can also show your customers that as well. So that way you don't have to go over and make sure if it's locked with your hands, you can just visually sight check it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it horizontal like that. Go ahead and put it on here and install these last 2 screws. Now let's go ahead and check and make sure everything's working properly. Now, if you did mess the handing up, it's not that big of a deal. In the manual, I'll put a link in the notes below, it walks you through step by step all of this stuff, okay? So don't worry about it. The first one of these I installed, I actually did the handing wrong, and it's a really easy fix. So what we'll do here is, as you can see, the door is unlocked. So what you'll do is you'll hit the little pound key, and that's gonna lock it. You'll see the red come up, and that's how it's locked. So let's go ahead and try it one more time. All right, and there you have it. That's how you install one of the TownSteel E-Smart electronic deadbolts. Now, like I said, whether it's the 5,000 like this one or the 2,000 more basic one, they install exactly the same. I'd love to know what you think. Please ask your questions in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Since you just watched this video, I'm guessing that you work with locks and keys. And to us at CLKsupplies, that makes you a Lockboss. And we wanna hook you up. Here's how it works. Throughout the week, join the conversation and comment on our posts and videos and include the hashtag Lockboss. It's free to enter this giveaway. And every Tuesday, we're gonna pick 5 winners from the previous week and hook you up with all sorts of prizes, including gear, tools, supplies. We might even send you a key machine or buy you lunch. So if you're a Lockboss, join us every week to learn, grow, and win.